The king's greatest hobby was collecting crowns, to satisfy his insatiable greed. He would stop at nothing stealing and killing. One day, the king set his sights on the crown of the king of the Long-Nosed Kingdom. He stormed into the palace. The Long-Nosed King, thinking he had guests, stood up to greet him, only to have the crown ripped off his head by the king. And with that, the Long-Nosed King met his end. The ministers of the Long-Nosed Kingdom were furious and sent 3 men to demand the crown back, but the king ignored them completely. Next, the king coveted the crown of the Pumpkin King. He snuck into the Pumpkin King's residence, and while the king wasn't paying attention, he smashed the pumpkin and took the crown. However, the crown quickly wilted without the life it once held, and flies started swarming out of it. Yet, the king was still not satisfied. He set his eyes on the crown of the Snake King, armed with 2 knives. He secretly climbed to the top of the snake's head, and ended the snake's life. But the snake's crown was too large for the king to wear. Meanwhile, a long line of people had gathered at the king's palace gates, because the king had killed their leader. They had nowhere else to turn and came to demand justice, but the king was nowhere to be found. In the Butterfly Kingdom, he discovered from afar that atop a mountain peak, there appeared to be a grand crown. The king immediately returned to his country, mobilizing his entire